is associated as a chief mentor with the organization. He is an IT graduate from Delhi University. He went on to pursue his MBA from IIM Lucknow and has a rich experience in education sector in the business development role. He has worked with companies like Z Education, Career Launcher, Knight Frank. He is in the advisory committee of several B schools and also has been associated as an adjunct faculty with leading B schools. His core area is marketing communication and branding, and he has vast knowledge about the entire education sector and is praised by his clients. He has been fruitful connection with the domestic and international universities. He leads the business development for Illuminate in the North India. He contributes in the content development of the modules and training and development of clients of Illuminate. He is an amazing trainer of aptitude, logical reasoning, and critical reasoning. He has trained students of IIT Delhi, IIT BHU, AIT Gurgaon, IMS Ghaziabad, Triple IT Allahabad, BRCM, Sharda University, GLA University, LPU, GL Bajaj. He has also conducted more than 450 seminars in various engineering, management, and degree colleges. He has taught more than 35,000 students so far. He is also the content partner of Test Funda and MBAuniverse.com. Now, I would like to hand over to Nikhil Bansal, sir.
Hello students, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tanishka, can you pin me so that I'm visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So hello guys, what I know about the client, about the students over here, there are students who are freshers and who are willing to do engineering, and there are students from third year and fourth year of IMS. I believe, Rajkumar, this is the correct information?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the correct information.
Right. So students, so I will start with both ways. The students who are willing to join engineering, and then I will shift to the placement part of it. How the students can get placed in this scenario, and how the students can be benefited by IMS placement team, as well as the other features of it. So we'll talk about the admission thing. Right, why a student should opt for engineering, that's one of the things that we need to understand. So for this, I will present a screen, just a minute, please. So, okay. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Is it?
Yeah. Visible, sir.
So starting from our company, the name of the company which runs into education sector is Illuminate Minds. So we are North India's #1 training company as far as the placements are concerned. And just a minute, it's running on the auto mode, I believe. Okay. So now we will come to the part that you want to listen about. That's why engineering is the key thing. Engineering is still the most elite career option, one of the most elite career options. Why a person should go for engineering? Yes, there are many reasons, right? This is one of the options where you can actually fulfill your dream of learning engineering like anything, from computer science to mechanical to civil to EEE to EC branch. So there are various domains of engineering, but what one needs to be careful about is that you need to have that inclination towards engineering, right? If that inclination is lacking, then engineering is not one of the most profitable career option. But if that innovation is there and that inclination towards aptitude and finding the solution to the problem is there, then definitely engineering is one of the best options still. Sorry. This is one of their options where a person even passing out from an private engineering college can still do wonders, can get into a job category of more than 10 lakhs, 8 lakhs, or more than 16 lakhs also. This is all a possibility. So students from all the private engineering colleges are getting placed into higher income bracket also. It's not only about IITs, it's not only about NITs, it's not only about government engineering colleges, it's also about private engineering colleges. So it's all about picking up the right branch for yourself, and you need to be guided for that. Don't pick a branch just for the sake of picking the branch, that I think that I will be good in computer science, hence I should pick computer science. This is one of the not so good thing that students generally do, right? And so you should be actually inclined towards it. To do that, you should actually study a little bit. You should study what all gets covered in civil engineering, what all you will learn in the 4 years of civil engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science, and then try to fit yourself into the domain. If you don't do that, and if you go as per the mad race, that this is the engineering, that this is the domain of the engineering that everyone is doing, so I should also pick that, then it can be a very fatal decision. So it can be a very disastrous decision for you. So you should actually study about each of the branches, right? What is being taught in EN and what is taught in EC. The EN and EC are not same, and you need to understand that, right? So picking up the right branch, and that should match your personality. That's my second bullet point, that the right branch that you pick should match your personality. And hence, supposedly, if you're looking for a computer science graduate, now even in computer science, there are various domains and there are various kinds of jobs that are available. So some of the companies like Cognizant, Rediff.com, and the others, now they will look for a person who has got the aptitude, who has got the inclination towards coding and everything. Apart from that, they want a person who can take care of their clients as well. So for that, you need to have the proper language skills also. So when we talk about higher packages, it's not that the same guy from the same engineering college gets into 16 lakh package and the other person gets into 3.26 lakh package. Now the point is that the college is same, but the packages are so different. How is that possible? It is different because of the personality that the person has got, right? So if you have the proper language skills, then the companies will consider you for the roles which are actually which have a lot of client interaction. So you need to have that language skills also. And even if you have inclined towards it, supposedly if you don't have those skills at this point of time, but still over the period of time, you can actually hone your skills and sharpen your skills so that you can actually fit into the role, that the dream job that you are looking at. I hope I'm making sense and I am able to convince you what exactly this point is. Now, engineering, yes, this is definitely, engineering is for competitive individuals only. If you start thinking engineering is one of the graduation options, then you are at the wrong place. So if you have these three things in your mind, that engineering is one of the most prestigious career options still, and if you're with the right personality match with the branch that you are picking up, and you are competitive at every point of time. If you start lacking that skill that, okay, it's a graduation degree, I need to pass 8 semesters, somehow I will pass engineering, then you will not get any flavor of what engineering can do to you. So to understand what engineering can do to you, you should actually be competitive in your branch, in your section, in your college, as well as across colleges also, right? On this note, I would like to tell you IMS is one of the very good engineering colleges and one of the very old engineering colleges, right? And it has got very good companies which are coming for the placements also. And apart from that placement scenario, there are now options available that anyone from anywhere can sit. So I will talk about it a little later. But as far as IMS is concerned, it's a very old college and it is a very reputed college in the Ghaziabad region as well as in Delhi NCR region. It is considered to be one of the top 5 colleges of the AKTU. So there is IMS is one of the greatest options that you can join at this point of time, and that can actually help you build. But take care of these 3 options, that you pick the right branch. Don't pick the branch because people are saying that this is a good branch, and you should be competitive. You should not be lackluster in nature, that you are not very competitive, you are passing subjects just for the sake of passing the semesters. Then you will not be able to compete when you will reach to the 3rd year final year. And in the 3rd year final year, the scenario will be that you will somehow try to escape that and somehow try to get over with this engineering degree. And if you get into that mode, then the third thing that I am writing it over here, that for competitive individuals only, you didn't do that correctly. So this is my advice to all of you guys. You should look into this very keenly. So I will move to the next part. So in an engineering college, there are 2 things which are very important, isn't it? One, the admission part, which college to pick, which branch to pick, and what should be the key thing that I should do to do it correctly, and why people get into engineering colleges to get placed, isn't it? So you need to be placed in a very good scenario. So now, how you get the placements? Is engineering, are the subjects which are taught in engineering are good enough to take you where you want to, or there's something else also that you need to acquire during those 4 years to get placed into dream jobs? So I will talk about that. So this is the input part, right? The admission is one of the input parts where the students get admitted into an engineering college, and placement is the output part where the student leaves the engineering college. So obviously every college wants that their student passes out with flying colors and get the good jobs also. Correct, guys? And if you have any questions, keep writing your questions, guys, so that I can take the questions at the end. Now, in today's scenario, so this is because since we are into this campus recruitment training and we claim to be North India's #1 campus recruitment company, so I can say very firmly that what are the 3 ways to get placed at this point of time. So one of the important ways that have come up in the recent time is open assessment examinations. So now there are open assessment examinations like TCS NQT and Wipro and LTH that any student from anywhere can sit. TCS NQT is an examination for getting recruited into TCS. Wipro and LTH is an examination to get recruited into Wipro. So these are open examinations. So any person from any engineering colleges across the country can sit in these companies. Similarly, companies visiting the selected campus, so obviously this varies. So a campus needs to be accredited to a certain college, to a certain company, for that company to visit that campus. So every college has got some list of companies which visits them every year. So this is second way to get placed. So sorry, and the first one, national level test of some companies is of TCS and Wipro. Open assessment exams are exams like E-Litmus and AIMCAT. So E-Litmus is one of the open assessment examination which has got tie-up with 100+ companies. Similarly, AIMCAT is one of the examinations that has got tie-up with 80+ companies. So you can write these open assessment examinations, and national level test is, as I described, of TCS and Wipro. I will describe about it more. So let's move to the next slide. So these are the national level tests. These are the most prestigious national level tests. Now TCS NQT. Hello, guys, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So TCS NQT is now India's biggest examination. So with TCS NQT this year, the May TCS NQT that is going to happen May 2021 TCS NQT. Through May TCS NQT, the hiring will be approximately 31,000, and across, and if you talk in total, so throughout the year, there will be 4 TCS NQT examinations, and if you add them all, then the 92,000 vacancies will be filled by TCS NQT itself. So this is the India's biggest examination to get recruited, to get placed. Right, guys? And now, so when I say 92,000 jobs, it doesn't mean that all 92,000 jobs will be provided by TCS. 42,000 plus jobs will be provided by TCS, and 50,000 jobs will be provided with 100 more companies which have joined hands with TCS NQT for the recruitment purpose. So you will write an examination which is called NQT. The scorecard will be floated to these companies, and then on the basis of your score, these companies will call you straight away for the final interview. That's how this functions. Okay, guys. So TCS, I hope all of you know that, is India's #1 IT company. Wipro and LTH is another examination. Wipro and LTH is a standalone examination for Wipro. So this covers approximately 5,000 to 8,000 vacancies in a year. So Wipro recruits. So and now any engineering student of the 4th year can sit in Wipro and LTH examination, irrespective of the college that he is sitting or he is going through. So irrespective of that, so that's why these are known as national level tests, guys. So these are the open assessment exam that I mentioned: AIMCAT, E-Litmus, and CoCubes. I like E-Litmus most because you have an access to all the startups, all the big startups of the country through E-Litmus. So, and the salary package can go as high as 16 lakhs also. There are some companies like Samsung. There are some companies like Samsung, Honda, which never visits private engineering colleges. But through eLitmus, you have an access to Honda or to Samsung or to any company like of that sort, the product companies. So will have access to all this. And that's why I like AIMCAT among these three much more. So these are the certain companies that visits different campuses. So these are the top tier 1 companies for India. So obviously, it's not that all the companies will be visiting IMS or any other college. It's all about some of these companies will be visiting your campus, some of the other companies will be visiting other set of colleges. That's how it functions. So this is depending upon the accreditation that your campus has got with these companies. Now, how do you will make it through these examinations, whether it be eLitmus or TCS NQT or companies visiting the campus. Now, if you talk about it, the curriculum that you need to understand, you need to follow are quantitative aptitude, reasoning aptitude, verbal, technical, GDPI skills, and essay writing. So these are the 6 domain areas a person needs to cover. So the students who are taking admission in the engineering college at this point of time should start sharpening their skill sets in these 6 domains as well. They should not wait for the 3rd year or the final year, because eventually the placement will depend upon the skill set that you have got and the knowledge that you have acquired over the 3 years, 4 years period of time. If you have not acquired the right skill set, then obviously in the 3rd year, 4th year, you are going to struggle, right? So from the starting, you should start taking small steps towards this target and start understanding this, how exactly that I can do it myself. Obviously, there will be training provided by IMS Engineering College in the 3rd year and 4th year for these particular things. But apart from this, as an individual, you should start doing it on your own from the 1st year, so that you can do a great job in the final year when the placements are there, when the companies are there, and you can get a higher package also. Okay. So that's about us. So if you want to follow us, you can download our app by the name of Illuminate Minds, or you can register for all the notifications from admission to placements for recruitments by illuminateminds.com/register, or you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is by the name of Illuminate Minds. So guys, I would like to take up questions. Yeah, any questions? Anyone? Yeah.
Don't be shy. Please ask the questions.
Anyone, anywhere, if you want to have any questions about from admission purpose to placement, if you have any doubts, then I can go with those ones. Yes, guys.
Sir,
Yeah.
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Aditya.
Sir, how one can look towards the FANG company for the placements?
Okay. In which year are you?
Sir, I'm in my pre-final year, 3rd year.
You are in the pre-final year of engineering, and you are looking. And what's your question? How you will look for the companies, isn't it?
How I will look for the FANG companies, FANG.
FANG, FANG companies. What exactly that mean? If you can explain it a little more, I will be able to answer.
It means Facebook, Amazon, Google.
Oh, okay.
Netflix.
Now these companies have a little issue. If you are passing out of a private engineering college, the only way to reach to these companies is that these companies recruit from IITs, that too only from top 3 IITs. So now what you can do at this point of time in the 3rd year is that you get into a product company, work in the product company for a period of 2 years, then you will be able to go into Facebook, Amazon, Google, or Cisco, or companies like these. So these are the brightest of companies that you can think of. Adit, I hope I am able to answer your query. It will be difficult.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's because these companies are not open through eLitmus, neither they're open through MCAT nor CoCube, so you do not have direct access. Even only 3 IITs only have the access to these companies. Apart from 3 IITs, none of the other IITs and the newborn IITs also don't have access to these companies directly. Okay, yeah. Anyone else?
Thank you, sir. Got it.
Okay, thank you. Yes, guys. So third year students, so are you guys preparing for the placement purposes? And check whatever that I have told you, and go and check also that what is eLitmus, what is PH score, how difficult it is to crack eLitmus, how easy it is to crack eLitmus. So you need to understand how exactly that I can get into 90 percentile bracket and I can cross 90 percentile in each of the sections of eLitmus. Then only I will be able to get to the cream companies. So if you want to reach to the cream companies, then you should start looking at what exactly the paper is like. Is the paper too difficult? Is the paper too easy? How exactly that I will be able to handle this? So for, let's say, for giving an example, so if you score 10 to 11 questions in out of 25 in quant section in eLitmus, it's a very good score, and you will be able to get approximately 90 percentile. Similarly, 11 to 12 marks in the reasoning section of eLitmus will make you able to cross the 90 percentile bracket. Similarly, for language, it will be 14 to 15 marks. So these are subtle things, small things that you need to understand it as early as possible in the game, so that when you are in the final race, you are also equipped with the right skill set, and also you have the knowledge that I need to answer these many questions, and this will be good enough to get through it. Yes, guys. Keep asking the questions, guys. If you will not be able to ask me, then how will I be able to go about it? If you have any branch related confusion, then you can ask me, I can answer that. Yes, guys.
Don't be shy. Please answer the questions.
It is for you guys. You have to ask it so that we can answer it. If you don't ask it, how will I be able to know?
At least IMS students should ask the questions.
If you have any doubts related to Infi TQ or Hack with Infi, I will be able to answer it, guys, or anything.
Sir, I have one more question. Out of the box it is.
Okay.
Sir, basically, when we are entering in engineering college, generally one students look towards the CS branch the most. But
Correct.
as I've came across the third year, I have noticed that there's no hard difference between CS and IT. So can you show some light on it?
Okay. Now, IT is, if you look from the company's perspective, so they will not differentiate between a CS student, IT student, or even an EC student also. Now, but when it comes to real-time working, IT students are most probably preferred for IT enabled, because if you talk about TCS, let's say, so they will rank you same. So they will interview an IT graduate as same as CS graduate, and they will interview the EC candidate also as same as CS or IT student. So from the placement perspective, the companies don't look at any difference. But from the knowledge perspective, I believe that's what my personal take is, that CS course curriculum is much heavy in comparison to IT. So you get to learn more in CS in comparison to IT. That's one thing. And when it comes to hardcore job, then CS guys would be a little preferred over IT. It's not because of the degree, the branch that you have picked. They would eventually test the knowledge. So even if you're an IT graduate and if you are able to answer all the questions, then there's no issue, right? So they don't differentiate whether if you are an IT graduate that you will not be as good as CS1. It's not like that at all, right? So Kopal Dikshit has asked, I want to start my career as a data scientist. What are the skills that I need to focus more for placement? Okay. To start your career as a data scientist, you need to be very good with Excel, Python. So these are the two key things if you want to start your career as a data scientist. So you should be very sharp, and this is at this point of time. So I am not sure in which year that you're going to pass out, whether it's 2022, 3, or whatever. So if you talk about the current scenario, very good knowledge, very sound knowledge of advanced Excel, as well as very advanced knowledge of Python is the key requirement to start your career as a data scientist. And you might have to go for a postgraduate course also to become a data scientist. So be ready for that also, Kopal. I hope I'm able to answer your query. If there's a doubt, please ask me again. Danish Ansari is asking opportunities for electrical and electronics branch students. Electrical and electronic branch is one branch which is actually the most profitable branch. Why? Because you get all the opportunity that the CS guys get. But apart from that, you also get the opportunities of the core branches. Now, if you talk about the core branches, core companies, which are the very good core companies, Samsung, as I told you, is very good company. Apart from that, HP is very good company. Apart from that, Micromax is also hiring these days. And then Ericsson is one of the very good companies for electrical and electronic branch. Ericsson visits some campuses. So there's a huge possibility you need to check with your placement department whether Ericsson comes to your campus or not. But Ericsson is one of the companies which comes to for the placement in many of the private engineering colleges. But for Samsung, again, there will be a problem. Samsung visits only 5 government engineering colleges among the top colleges, but you have an access to Samsung through this thing. What do you say? Through eLitmus. Through eLitmus, you will be able to reach Samsung, but you need to score very good marks in the examination called eLitmus, and check also. So don't follow me blindly. You go to eLitmus website and then check over there which all companies are there, which all EC companies are there. Then you will be able to collate all the data that there are more than 50 EC hardcore EC companies are there. Danish, I hope I am able to answer your query. Yes. Anyone else? Raj, I think this is the time. I don't think that there are any other more queries. So let's keep it till here only.
Right.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Anyone has got any other question, guys?
I think that's very much right.
Okay. No problems. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to have an interaction with you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
So we will conclude the session. Thank you, everyone. Right.